Have you ever found yourself waking up from a nightmare, only to realize that you were just in another one? We see that the city is attacked by monsters, and there is chaos and destruction everywhere. And then we see a person who is standing there alone in a stance, ready to fight the monsters. He is really powerful. Lu Sheng, said his teacher. Lu Sheng wakes up from his dream. Teacher says to him that he has slept all day again. Everyone laughs on him. Teacher again scolds him that there are only 200 days left till the final examination, and he is still not putting any efforts. All he knows is how to sleep. And the teacher also says to him that, if he continues like this, he would not be able to become even a construction worker, and proceeds to ask him if he knows the lowest health standard for a construction worker. Lu Sheng replies him, it's 0.8. Then one student says to the teacher to let Lu Sheng sleep because his health status should be just 0.7, and he can do nothing other than sleeping. Teacher sighs and dismisses the class. Liu Kaiming, one of Lu Sheng's few friends, asks Lu Sheng if he had that bad dream again. Lu Sheng nods to him and says it was that depressing and dilapidated field again. There is no one around except for Monster. Lu Sheng then says to not remind him that nightmare, as it affects his mental state, and as a result his health status dropped by 0.2. A ton of medicine and training will be required to gain it back. Then his friend also makes fun of him, saying that his health status is even lower than him, and asks him if he wants to play games with him. But Sheng rejects his invitation as he is not in the mood. He will just go home. Then Liu Kaiming leaves with some students to play games. Now Lu Sheng is going home, and thinking that after reincarnating into a new world, he would still have to worry about his exams and life. He is overly worried about his maths. It seems that this world and the previous world that he was in aren't that much different from each other. A girl carrying boxes startles him. She was carrying many boxes on her head. She was strong. Lu Sheng says to himself that when will he be able to do that? Lu Sheng reaches home. His mother is applying some product for recovery of his father's back. His father asks him if he is hungry, if he wants to eat an apple first. He asks his father that why don't we buy a blood circulating apparatus instead. He heard that just holding it can cause your vital energy and blood to spike, allowing for better blood circulation, and has healing effects for waist and back injuries. His classmate has one at his home and he heard that it's pretty good. Then his father replies that this isn't an injury, it's just a slight problem due to old age, and then proceeds to say that he has a gift for Lu Sheng, and shows him the newest health recovery powder. This is a $20,000 health product that is being advertised on the television. Lu Sheng's mother gets surprised that he bought such an expensive product and praises Lu Sheng's father. They are not so financially well, so after seeing it, Lu Sheng becomes emotional. And then his parents asks about his health status, if it is going well, if he had broken through 0.85 yet, and that his younger sister had already gotten to 0.9. They are worried about him, and it was on news that the authorities are planning to raise the cutoff point for high school level exams by 0.01. Lu Sheng says he knows and went to his room. He says to himself that he should hurry and work out. The 14th set of radio gymnastics begins, he says, and starts to work out. He is tired after some time and thinks his mom and dad went through a lot just to buy that medicine for him. And also heavens have given him a second chance by letting him reincarnate into this world of martial arts and magic. Since there is no result after practicing the foundation strengthening arts 3 times, he will practice it 5 times, 6 times, or even more. And suddenly, his vision blurs and he becomes unconscious. When he wakes up, he finds himself in the same desolate field from his nightmare. He thinks of it as a dream and pinch himself in order to wake up. But then a zombie monster attacks him from the back. Lu Sheng falls to the ground and says to that zombie not to underestimate him, even though he is not good at close combat. And then he kicks the zombie back in the air and picks up a rock and slams it on the zombie's head until he is dead. He knew that a zombie's weakness is his head. But then a black whip-like thing reaches him and is absorbed by him. He feels uneasiness, and he sees some memories of peoples and experiences of fights with monsters. And then he concludes that it's the memories of the zombie that he killed just now. But then a zombie again attacks him from the back, but this time he obliterated that zombie in a matter of seconds. And he becomes shocked, as when did he become this strong? Strength is slowly entering his body. Could it be that the first zombie he killed, he obtained his memories as well as strength and experiences? He can't believe this. He just gained lifetime's worth of experience just like that. Doesn't this defy the laws of nature? And then he says, if only this weren't a dream. But our protagonist's life is just about to become thrilling with this special skill. To the present, now Lu Sheng can see some numbers, and he can find the truth about that dream to the base of that numbers. Absorbing the memories after killing the zombie didn't feel as unpleasant as before, and he is thinking of finding a combat-type zombie to increase his strength now. but suddenly he is again teleported to his world. His sister is calling him. He opens the door, and his sister saw him in intense sweat. Her sister says to him that dinner is ready. Her attitude changed towards his brother when she finds out his stats when they were first assessed. He then changes his clothes, and he also notices that he's got 6 packs now, and also he has become kinda bulky. It was not the case till yesterday. And his physique is also better now. He is feeling strength and is full of energy. And he also remembers all the zombies' memories and all the fighting techniques. He has gotten a little stronger now. He thinks that he can become stronger just by dreaming. And things like this only happen in fairy tales. He finishes the whole rice and several other dishes all by himself. And his father is happy that he is this hungry for the first time, and that he is in puberty now and can grow stronger. So he says to make more food to Lu Sheng's mother. And then his sister makes fun of him, but his father stops her. Lu Sheng thinks that his stats might be increased. So he then go to the dojo to get his health stats checked. And when he goes there, he sees that they are also providing martial arts enrichment classes for increasing stats. And he thinks that there is no need for him to join it, as he can always increase his health stats in Dream World. He sees there on a poster that rank 1 martial artist have a health status of 1.5 and combat power of 150, and that it increases to rank 4 martial artist have a health status of 200, combat power of 100,000. The rank 4 artist's health is considered to be peak health. So he then reaches to the health determination room and starts his test. First he assesses his health status, and it is found to be 0.963. He is surprised by how much it went up just by 1 hour in that dream world. And then he evaluates his combat power. He then used the new skills he have gained from the memories of the zombies. It's 113. His combat power has also increased tremendously, even more than the limit according to his health status. He is super happy and excited, but he kept it as a secret for now, and arrived home and tries to sleep, but he is not able to. So he then proceeds to work out. The martial arts skills of the zombies have been carved in his mind, and those are the refined skills. He repeats his movements hundreds of times, and while doing them he can feel the power surging through him. It's not just because he's using body training techniques, there's the breathing as well. The real treasure trove lies in his dreams. But suddenly he gets super hungry because his body is growing at a high rate, and his nutrition is also not enough. But his family can't afford pills, so at this rate his growth might become slow. So he thinks of earning and getting scholarships by showing his newly achieved skills. So the next day, it's gym practice lesson. While Lu Sheng is changing to sports costume, Liu Kai-ming sees his abs and is surprised. When did he get abs? And also that he is barely recognizing him, as our protagonist's appearance is also changed. Liu Kai-ming says that Lu Sheng worked his ass off to get the attention of girls, and for today's practical lesson, Lu Sheng thinks today will be his chance, as he is not the weak Lu Sheng of the past. Mr. Hong, his practical teacher, is a rank 2 martial artist. His teacher says that today they will be reviewing basics of combat techniques. So he then shows the students some basics and proceeds to call a student named Yang Yifei. Yang Yifei is the strongest and richest student of this class. Girls are also attracted to him. Mr. Zhang then says, who would like to spar with Yang Yifei? Everyone is scared and is silenced. Mr. Zhang thinks that students thinks he is playing favorites, but have they ever thought about the exception of people like Yang Yifei? No would dare to show up. But suddenly, he notices some fierce eyes. They belong to someone who has undergone truly arduous training. Yes, you guessed it right, it is our protagonist. And Mr. Zhang calls him. He couldn't believe that a tall poppy exists in this class. Liu Kai-ming suggests Lu Sheng to concede. Lu Sheng says don't worry. He proceeds to spar with Yang Yifei. Lu Sheng shows no sign of fear. Mr. Zhang says to himself, how could he not notice such quality in this class other than Yang Yifei? But after asking him to tell his health stats, Lu Sheng replied 0.8. Mr. Zhong then thinks, was he mistaken? It doesn't matter, and he will see his capability in this fight. Yang Yifei asks if Lu Sheng is ready. When Lu Sheng says yes, on the very next second Yang Yifei attacks Lu Sheng and confidently says that the match has been decided and victory belongs to the stronger one, and mocks Lu Sheng, saying pushovers like him deserve an embarrassing exit. But to Yang Yifei's surprise, Lu Sheng blocks his attack and punch him and sent flying him. Everyone is shocked out of their wits that Lu Sheng sent flying Yang Yifei with a single punch. That's it for today, guys. Comment part 2 for the next part, and don't forget to subscribe for more manhwa recaps. Thanks for watching.